¿Qué es de Los Ángeles?
Here from the sound team. Today I'm going to be taking you through some sound design from the Angels of Zeraman update.
A ver, dale.
All right, so we are here in Reaper. We've got
Escucha eso. Esto me encanta.
Got some ghost voices pitched up and down, some spooky breaths, some synthesizer. Let's take a listen. Okay, so that's a lot of me making some weird sounds. But we are going to do some processing. So, on some of our voice breathing sounds, throwing a bit of flange on there, here and there, throwing a bit of ring mod. The ring mod really makes it rattly.
Hay cambio de timbre.
Sound and some other gameplay elements in the Zeraman as well. This was really fun. We're gonna throw some similar chains on me pretending to be a ghost. I'm going to grab a sample of some sparks from a welding torch. We're going to time stretch that, and we're going to lower it in pitch just to make it sound super weird and artifacty. And I took the Void Ooze loop from the new...
Con cosas super comunes.
Just snuck it in as a texture layer. And here's everything together. Okay, very spooky. Let's throw this in the game and see how it sounds. Here it is by itself. And here it is with the rest of the game audio.
Qué genial.
That's all from me. Thanks for watching, thanks for playing, and I'll see you next time.
Hello, Tenno, and welcome to TennoCon 2022. I'm Eric, part of the sound team, and today we're going to show you how we made the vocals for the Void Angels.
A ver cómo hacen las voces de Los Ángeles.
We wanted the Void Angels to elicit a sense of beauty, but also fear. And what better place to start than...
Transmitir belleza y miedo.
Terrifying. We recorded the death whistle and added some extra effects. That was feeling good, but we wanted to punch it up a notch. So this time, we recorded the death whistle again and pitched it down. Here's what that sounds like.
¡Qué genial!
Performances combined. Once the death whistle was feeling appropriately terrifying, we wanted to add the beauty element. So for that, we used a reverse reverb trick on some female laughter. We started with unprocessed laughter.
Sí.
And to begin this trick, you first have to reverse it.
Lo pone al revés.
At this stage, you can add your favorite reverb or echo.
Le pone eco.
And then you record that to a separate track. Once you have that recorded, you can move that to a new track, remove your reverb, and once again, reverse it to get the final product. Here it is with our death whistle.
Tan simple así.
Once the death whistle and the beauty element were combined, it was time to add a little bit of size and a little bit of danger. For that, we used a microphone called the Sanken C100. It records sounds above
Sí, te acordé.
and what that lets you do is pitch down your own vocal
No, de Los Ángeles de Sariman, Pablo.
to make something simple turn into what sounds like a beat. This is what our
La creatividad es impresionante.
sounds like. And this is what the same recording sounds like pitched down several times. And then we add that to our death whistle and our reverse laughter for the final product.
Hola.
And that's how the Void...
O sea, agarró la risa de una mina, la puso al revés, le cambió la tonalidad, le puso eco y quedó esa parte. Y después lo demás fue con el sonido de esa calavera de mierda y ya está. Épico.
Very, very exciting.
Oh,
So
this
the
is great.
object of the game is you want to try and guess the source of the audio
Hay que adivinar la fuente
as you can. So we'll play a small duration of a
La fuente del sonido.
and if you're unable to guess it, we'll start playing longer and longer until we max out.
No, es una especie de adivinanza. Ellos te van a poner un sonido, tienes que saber de dónde proviene ese sonido.
We'll have it separated by category so you can kind of stay in the same headspace. So first off, we'll be starting with the music category. So these will all be songs.
La música.
So to guess correctly, you just need to
Me
either
rindo.
guess the title if you want, or you can guess what update the song is from. So here's our first track, and this will be about a second long.
A ver.
Sounds of Duran.
La
He wrote it, so what am I?
guerra interna.
I didn't give it the name. As we
No.
No, la canción no idea.
the werewolf one.
Yes. Yeah, what was that? That was with Ballas and what was that update called?
The Sacrifice.
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 Ah, el sacrificio. Umbra, claro.
Tracks in the game. I love that track.
It's one of my favorite pieces I've.
Okay, and
A ver otro.
let's check out the next track.
This.
I think I know it.
Think you know?
¿Cuál?
Yeah, Angels of the Zeraman. That's the Angel OST.
Yep.
The boss fight. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
correct.
El tema de fondo de cuando lucha contra el ángel.
Corroded Wings.
De Saliman.
Uncorroded
On
Wings.
Corroded Wings.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justamente lo que yo iba a decir, dice. Claro.
Nah.
yeah, I never thought of those. Like, no.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so next up, so that was our music category. We'll be
ver.
moving on to dialogue. So if you can guess either the character or honestly even
No, hay que adivinar el personaje que habla ahora.
so
Ojo.
you'll be hearing a shorter amount of dialogue and
A ver.
you just have to guess from there. So here's our first clip of dialogue.
Oh.
¿El de cristal?
How vainglorious whelp.
Ah, Honjao, era.
I forget the update,
Nice.
but yeah.
You got the line though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's weird, eh? How that just clicks in.
Yeah.
It's like memories rushing back.
Yeah, it's just like seeing the Matrix. Yeah.
Man, yeah, you absolutely snapped that, George. Yeah, I think that was a fan favorite among the community team for sure. We loved that line of vainglorious whelp. It was just
It's from the New War, isn't it? I think.
it is, yeah, it's the
Yeah,
new war.
Uno de los tantos diálogos que habla Honjao en la nueva guerra.
We loved it. All right, and here's our last bit of dialogue.
A ver.
Or a night? Is that Dreamers?
No es Nora.
Oh, I'm out then.
All right, let's hear the second bit.
Dream. Let them defile.
Oh.
I should say they do scale up in difficulty as we go across each category. So this will be the hardest one.
Sí, dice Tenno.
This is,
Tenno.
It rings a bell, but I can't.
all right, ready for the full duration?
A ver.
Yeah.
Dream.
Oh.
Let them defile. No more.
This is in the New War, and it's when you get to one of near the end, and you climb the tower, the Unum.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the Unum.
Ah, Unum.
Of course.
For the word.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was a pretty special moment in that quest because I don't think
Yeah.
there's different characters.
La torre de Unum, ahí en Cetus, claro.
Anybody
O
expects,
sea, la torre habla.
when that
Ya no sé, culpa del Black.
angelic voice that comes through is really, really cool moment of that quest. Sound effects or the sound design category.
Oh,
So if you can identify
efecto de sonido ahora.
the source
Ojo.
of these bits of audio or the update that's from, both will
A
work.
ver, a ver.
Here's our first sound effect.
Some kind of infested or something.
Need a little bit more of that flavor.
Yeah.
The bell too, but
Parece como se reconstruye algo.
It's a tough
That's
one.
a tough one. Increasing in difficulty, you said?
where do we start?
I can. There is actually a hint I had planned for this one that I can give now. It is one of the archons.
Ah, de los arcontes, claro.
To identify which one it is.
A ver. Nira. Ah, no, el lobo. No, la serpiente. Nira.
Keith has it.
What was that, Keith?
Has it.
Archon number 3.
You're absolutely correct. It is archon number 3.
Nice.
Nicely done. Yeah. Archon.
¿Cuál de los tres?
Nice.
Nice.
That's perfect.
Ah, Naira. ¿Está bien? La serpiente. Le pegué.
All right, here is our next sound effect.
Ah, es nuevo esto.
Oh, it's on the.
Gyre.
That's not what's in the orbiter. What's the
No. Es Gyre, la ulti. Me encanta ese sonido.
the beast thing in your orbiter?
Oh, the helmet?
Oh, the helminth. Is
No.
that?
No,
This is
es Gyre.
the latest Warframe.
Yes.
Sí, Gyre.
It sounded like a beastly.
Yeah,
Cool.
it is. Do you want to play the full sound effect?
Dale.
Yeah, that's her fourth ability.
Le pegué, guacho. Disculpa.
Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, you had it after that first second clip. Well done. All right, well, thank you guys for playing.
Ah, ya está. Nah.
It was very cool to see, hear some
Más, flaco.
histories behind different
Falta mucho para las 5 de la tarde.
you guys. Now, I am very excited now. Earlier on, you guys informed me that we actually have a bit of a sneak peek of some music incoming from the upcoming Duviri Paradox update that we will...
Sí, a ver la música. Música de Duviri. Assassin's Creed parece. Tan.
Thank you for sending that along. That was...
Wow.
And honestly, a massive thank you
Wow.
to the three of you, but also to the entire sound team at Digital Extremes for all the work that you do for Warframe. It's absolutely incredible. And thank the three of you.
For the
Thank
new
you.
war that you guys
A
would
ver.
have seen.
Arte de la nueva guerra.
But so on our path to Duviri, we released the new war, of course, which, as you all agree, was probably the biggest cinematic quest to date, and a huge effort from the whole team. And I thought we'd kick it off with a look at some of the animation work that went into that. So
El trabajo de animación de la nueva guerra, a ver. O sea, por lo menos una parte.
Better days.
so
That's great.
Mm.
Oh no, who's that big nerd?
Ah, Milanesita, ¿cómo andas? ¿Todo bien?
Stand around and hold things.
Es una arma melee, que son unos abanicos y un adorno.
this was
Oh, that's so
probably one of my favorite scenes. in the whole quest.
Cool.
La captura de movimiento, ¿verdad?
This especially is just so good.
Por Alá dijo, claro.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I think that's me laughing at
It
the.
is, yeah.
I think they each of those guys had to do that fall probably a dozen times.
Oh.
Todo bien, Milanesita, todo bien.
Here? This whole time? Not here, exactly. But yeah, stuck. You got bigger problems. Right now, at least.
This one was cool. I think we actually ended up using
To freedom.
the very first take. They just acted out
Really?
the entire thing on the first go. We ended up using it. Tim even ad-libbed hands on the head.
Yeah.
It's great.
Which is such a.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
¿Cómo que no?
That's
¿Verdad?
spoilers, eh?
Yeah, I told you. I said, baby, we're spoiling some stuff today.
Me shoving Jay.
Dean, I think we'll have to put a big banner that says spoilers throughout the whole stream.
Yeah.
Y bueno, si no hicieron aventura ya, que se joda.
Yes. We'll see more of him a little bit later.
No sé quiénes sean, pero ya me dieron ganas de pegarles.
Making a lot of use. The amount of
¿Por qué, Zack? Ya te quiero ver a vos ahí.
Minutes.
No te va a salir.
I'm curious. So,
El viajero.
we don't know who this character is initially, and then all of a sudden, we're playing as them. So, we have some early concept art. Actually, Eric, this piece here.
Ah, mira, como un concepto
What were
del viajero.
thoughts on the Drifters' overall appearance?
Well, I spoke to Jeff about this, of course, in depth, and and the Kamiki brothers too, which you'll see some of their stuff too coming up. Just kind of like a haphazard collection of parts, because we didn't want it to. You want it to feel like you're playing a Grenier, but not like
Right.
kind of pieces of it. So yeah, I just try to grab like the knee pad for the helmet.
¿Cómo hubiera sido?
well, actually, that was
Ojo, ¿cómo hubiera sido? Está bueno.
because Steve ended up liking the kind of the main Drifter look
Yeah.
more than so the original idea was to start this quest out as the Grenier cosmetic set.
Oh,
Right.
which we actually do
Yeah,
have
and then we were gonna do it the
Tomiki brother.
opposite.
Oh,
Ah, ¿cómo se hubiera visto con todo el equipo completo?
Later as an
I
option.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
But we reversed it when like Steve liked the impression we made. But we thought when you start the mission, you'd be playing like as Eric said,
Yeah.
Right.
a Grenier.
I do want to point out that the melee weapon strapped in
Sí.
the here was swapped out with the sheave, a ferocious melee weapon, as we all know. Any creative decision making there for
Time.
this?
The creative.
Ah, ¿de quién fue la decisión? Pablo, te perdiste el sorteo, Pablo.
This exists.
Done.
Done. And then,
Mira, la decisión de poner esa arma melee y no poner la shift,
so
que la que usan las melee, los...
The poncho. Yeah.
poncho.
Yeah.
Love
Yo
it.
ya tengo una compré, me quedé pobre de PL.
Some little facial hair here in the concept art.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
No,
That wasn't
I
you?
might have inspired them
I-
because they saw me and they're like, yeah, he's pretty cool.
glory.
De un Bolt.
Put that in the game.
Right.
That's probably not what happened though.
What it brings me to
Se lo ganó Blackout.
dev stream. The beards, the facial hair. Are we still doing? Is that still planned?
Yeah. There was actually.
La shift es un arma melee que usan los Granier.
Yeah, I mean it is pre-recorded.
yeah,
We are filming this.
Vos a los Granier cuando le saques la melee, por ejemplo con Saku, le sacas la melee, ellos usan esa armita chiquita.
Era. Well, turned friend, I guess you could say, because when we're on Pergasa in the New War quest, Era seemingly saves us as we're going on to the last Archon fight. He seemingly perishes. At least that's what we think happens under some debris and rubble.
Yep.
But he will be returning in some form, but
Ese Blackout.
form that we are.
Seems like he really lost his head.
Oh, mira.
Oh, Carrie, you
Oh,
were
Carrie.
you were waiting on that.
Concepto de un nuevo Arconte, mira.
Like 15-second build-up.
Now's my chance.
Now's your chance. So we have this new Archon
Very cool.
Wow.
concept here, which is just I mean, what can you say about it? It's kind of unreal.
Yeah.
We also have the model for it as well. If you want to go to the next one there, Sarah, yeah.
No.
Teeth, lots of teeth,
Yep.
terrifying. Is there anything we can
Love it.
say about this without really saying anything?
Hubiera sido muy bueno.
You played no, but I do remember.
Oh, hubiera sido muy bueno, ¿verdad?
Some people were a little disappointed with Era's resolution in New War, and a lot of that decision was around scope and time.
Qué lástima que no estuvo.
It was a hard cut we had to make. So, but yeah, we're trying to fulfill that.
Right.
No.
Ojalá lo agreguen.
Bringing him back in a big way.
No, es el cuerpo de Erra. Es como para mostrarlo nomás.
New Archon in the future. But yeah, getting back to the quest, after we defeat the final Archon, we get to the final showdown. This is at of course, the climax.
La final. Está muy bueno.
It's surreal, honestly.
Sí.
He did a great job.
Yeah. Just an insane stage. And when it comes to such like big stage moments, what are some of the goals in the environment art to evoke these very powerful emotional scenes?
Well, I think there's a bit of like a hierarchy to the whole experience. You know, like there's Egyptian pyramid vibes.
Sí.
Into a lot of what he has going on as a character at that point.
Right.
You want like some connection to what we've shown,
Tiene inspiraciones egipcias.
but then he's made it his own.
Sí, está muy bueno, Blanca.
You know, pretty important for a character to get.
Porque viste que en la página de Warframe hay concept arts que puedes usarlo, descargarlo y hacer lo que quieras.
Factor in there somewhere.
Sería bueno que pudieran subir estas cosas también.
Pulled into a black hole.
Right.
Captura.
Spoilers, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
spoilers, yes. Again, huge spoiler warnings for this.
Oh, no importa que haya spoilers. Si la gente no la hizo ya.
We were putting it together, we had a discussion about how it just feels like as the stage is crumbling around you, so are the relationships that are playing out in front of you with like Ballas and Lotus, yourself as either the operator or the drifter with Lotus and Ballas, and it's just utter chaos.
It's
But
a lot.
It is a
There-
lot,
there's
yeah.
a lot
It was
there.
very
That's
heavy
cool. Yep.
and just very cool, and this piece here is just, it's stunning. Of course, Craig
so
just,
good.
doing incredible.
This really helped with the.
Spoileame.
It was a hard thing to figure out. Like everything that all the motifs that you kind of listed off was intentional, and just kind of figuring out how to best kind of stage that, and have the progressive kind of collapse of this. You know, while you were playing was
Claro, exacto.
Yeah, but considering
Lots of
that,
people doing really hard things.
Yes, yeah.
That one was late, actually, but yes.
considering that it was such a stellar moment, and but that moment was not over. You know, we defeat Ballas, and we have this almost moment of relief with her, where we're like, oh, like it's over, and then the air gets sucked out of the room, and
Sí.
the wall appears.
Y
And
aparece el tipo del muro. Mira un concepto.
A little bit of a.
Mira este concepto del tipo del muro.
That would be the one more thing in that
yeah,
case.
this would be the one more thing. I'd also be lying if I said I didn't specifically look in the animation folders for Tim being hoisted up on a plank by you.
Wow.
The way that the man in the wall
just holding him up
enters.
like
Yeah, you should have done
like
it.
like baby Simba. I'm holding it to him. Like,
Yeah, because that moment is just so like it's completely unreal, and
I think Daryl keyframed all that.
I was going to say,
Did he? Yeah.
that would have had to
Yeah,
have been.
it
wouldn't
was
Yeah.
like he's a pretty limited character, like for what he can do mobility wise.
Eso duele, viejo.
Yeah. But you know, the new war was kind of closure of a lot of things, and we wanted to make sure that we kind of
Yeah.
gave players a taste of what the
De concepto y el modelado 3D.
bring up a good point of like when we first spoke of or said the name the man in the wall in quests like the Chains of Harrow. I don't think people literally thought we meant a man in a wall.
I think actually that concept has been hanging around for a while. So in our
Right.
minds, it has literally been
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
man in a wall for
but
some
to be
time.
fair, and usually Keith is on these panels, but you know, and it's people can see it was his concept that he did, and we just kind of like this was years ago, so we were just kind of talking over the idea and how to explore it, and he just tried one literal, and it was amazing.
So you guys had the idea, and then he kind of brought it to life, and then it
Yeah.
just stuck and
It was
worked.
actually fun that a lot of players noticed the missing portion of him as well.
Ah,
Oh,
yes,
definitely,
which
yes,
I wasn't
cool.
gonna
Yeah.
mention, but
Yeah.
if you do look, this is giving you a really good look at him as a whole, because in the
Yeah.
moment in the quest, it's very
¿Cómo que te suena, flaco? Si la hemos visto, la viste en la Nueva Guerra.
the time that the concept existed to actually seeing him in the quest. There's a lot of lore that kind of happened in between that point. So, you know, the Red Veil calling him like the lidless eye, and Albrecht and Trotty's stories of or his encounters of the man in the wall.
Sí, como dice ella,
Aspects
la cantidad de contexto que necesitas para reconocer esa escena. O sea,
I don't want to speak for them, but I feel pretty comfortable saying that stuff. Like we had committed to this.
I see, okay.
So we committed to this, so they used it as inspiration for a lot of those ideas. The only thing that changed, which I think we're going to get to later, but the original idea that Keith pitched to this was that he kind of formed his wall of. If you go back to the original,
sí, es un dibujo para
he kind of
mostrar
collected lost.
cómo sería el cuerpo perfecto. Es algo griego. Creo que no sé si es el Leonardo da Vinci, algo así. Para. Porque la otra, esa noche lo investigamos.
Right.
Things you see in
Which, speaking of which, since we're on the topic of Duviri, the void, kind of the unknown, this is a really intriguing piece of concept art because it's not something that we actually.
¿Dónde estaba?
Sure, and like
Sarah.
Sí, es un dibujo. Acá está.
Grasp of the void.
Really gradual.
Acá está. Esto es.
It really does. But it's not something we've actually like experienced in the
Esto.
game at any point. So.
El hombre vitruviano, algo así se llama.
Is this like
Vitruvian Man.
the void looks like? Is this just an interpretation of how?
Sería la forma de un hombre perfecto.
Like what we saw in
Algo así se llama.
and how
Is
it
it
kind
one of many pictures that informed what the Skybox decisions were?
Yeah, which we actually will see another picture. And yeah, speaking of kind of the skybox art
¡Wow! Mira.
together for specifically Angels of the Zeramin, I think quite a bit of people noticed this when they were playing the quest as you load into the missions, or even if you're just playing in the Zeramin
Sí, se ve el fondo.
period. When you load into the ship, you see the skybox, and there's this kind of picturesque situation behind, or I guess maybe beyond is maybe the better word, of the Zeramin. But before we get into that, before we dive deep into Duviri, which I'm sure a lot of people are very excited for, we're going to do a quick intermission and look at some really
Titania Deluxe.
concept.
Mira.
So here's just a look at the concept work that went into by the
Un concepto de Titania Deluxe.
this was totally their pitch as well. I don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think.
¡Wow!
Like that's kind of the cool thing with deluxes is that it kind of lets external artists, which is cool too, just kind of do like here's our unique take on a Warframe idea.
Yeah. Whenever we have some time,
Muy buena.
if we're waiting on feedback or something, I tell the team, hey, if you have a deluxe idea you've been playing around with for a while or it's sitting on a shelf, bring it back. And so, because Ray sent me a big list of like all the ones we can have for deluxe options. So yeah.
No sé, en lo que menos me fijo es eso, Zach. Vos sos el turbio.
I did actually have a chat.
Habiendo tantos detalles en un concept art así, y vos te fijas en eso nomás. What the fuck, like.
Anime style
Cool.
animations,
Yep.
which I know Pablo was gunning for.
Yep.
And I want to read this word for word, the way that they described her.
A ver.
They said that they have a passion for edgy tech and they wanted to propel Titania's design into a, and I quote, dangerously pointy, aerodynamic, high-tech butterfly cyber knight.
Amazing.
Well, they really nailed it
Successful.
They did,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They did. We also have her, of course, her exalted weapons, the Dex
Yeah, I love
Pixia.
this. Yeah.
Just
Ahí están las armas.
bringing in that like high-tech style again, and her Duwata. Very cool.
Y si yo no te dije nada, Zach.
Amazing.
Se pone feminista, Zach, mira.
Razor flies in her razor wing got the treatment as well. So our cute little fairy
Aprendieron del error de Garuda.
rocking the tech as well.
Yeah. Amazing work.
Yeah, and then of course this
Uy, qué linda. Por fin una andana copada.
the next deluxe we've already shown.
So cool.
So this is really just a reminder of
A eso lo mostraron
Zaku Deluxe.
antes.
We showed in the first dev stream at the beginning of this year. I
En
believe.
un dev stream creo que lo mostraron.
Yeah, I know it.
Sí, ¿cuándo Protea, verdad? ¿Cuándo esa skin de Protea?
I think it was the the kintsugi,
That's right.
the kintsugi method, Japanese method of putting
Blending together with gold.
right, yeah,
Repairing broken things. Yep.
yeah. So now, I said this was a spoiler-filled stream, and
Claro, exacto.
but for the sake of salvaging a major moment in the new War Quest, I'm not going to say anything beyond just
A ver los spoilers.
you who know, you know. So Sarah, you can show this next slide here. So for those of you who know,
Saku.
but this specific cosmetic will be coming in the Zaku Deluxe collection,
Yep.
which of course, again, by Liger, it's just, I'm so excited.
O sea, no se fijen en el modelo, fíjense en los cosméticos.
To offer this kind of cosmetic choice
Cool.
based on how things go. Yeah, I made this pitch and then they killed it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Amazing.
And Liger also let me know that it's
Sí, sí, pero son otros conceptos. Son todos ideas.
stylings as
Yes.
well. So really
Pero estos serían los cosméticos que tendría, como ciandana, cosas así.
be clear. This is just in progress on Zaku Deluxe stuff since everyone was very excited about that. You know, it wouldn't be a art panel stream without
Mira, concept de Cora Prime.
so Cora Prime is our next.
Cora Prime.
Get to steal all the things.
I know. I'm only showing the concepts.
Yep.
Just a little tidbit. Again, Tenno Live, 5 p.m. You'll get to see more of that. But it was only fitting that Skyers put together Core Prime because, as we know, or maybe you don't know, Skyers is the creator,
right.
designer of Korra and Venari from top to bottom, with, of course, the help of the team. So he put together Core Prime. So we see some early concepts here, and she's just so regal.
Yeah, really great vibe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Very neat.
And then, of course, her Venari, her little furry companion, is also getting the Prime treatment.
Wow.
Yeah, actually,
Muchos detalles.
we've gone away with the fern. We've replaced it with,
Muchos detalles.
but very exciting stuff.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Otras animaciones, mira.
Able to ride these beauties, ride the beasts.
Amazing.
And yeah, we have K drives, we have arc wings, and now we have mounts. Now we have mounts.
100% credit to just how talented
That's-
the animators are.
Mira, como el Elden Ring.
And
That's wild.
keyframed animation.
Ni idea, el meme de caballo igual a Juan.
Horse into the
Ve.
studio at one point, but
Yeah.
nobody
Were you
wanted to do the show.
No.
Okay.
Our mocap room isn't that big.
Sí, no sé.
It'd be
Some-
incredible.
Igual es un modelado, o sea, lo usan.
Yeah, like the animation on that is beautiful. And that's only a snippet.
¿Viste que le llaman como el caballo de Elden? Exactamente igual.
So when we get to the end of the 2019 trailer, we have the title. Very paradox.
Duviri Paradox.
You should. It's
Trailer.
great.
It's been a long
You guys
time.
did a great
Yeah.
job.
Fantastic.
We're met with this very kind of shroud.
Todos en el chat diciendo Elden Ring, Elden Ring.
We're all wondering, okay, who the heck is this? And we have some concept art of this particular individual.
Fortnite Battle Pass, dicen que.
And I don't think we will say much more than that, but Dominitus Thrax is here. And there's quite a bit of significance.
Juan.
The mask. Like, that's definitely something that you see.
Space Ring.
Not so much
Space Ring.
for Duviri, and even for this year's TennoCon, the Duviri theme is very much centered around the mask. And was that a significance that was pulled from Keith's concept here that
No
was
sé.
decided on, like from the team?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Él será el NPC que te da los contratos
He is the explorer.
del mundo abierto, no sé.
Him to help us visualize. The mask was all him. He kind of threw it in there, and it was just such a strong element that we kind of mentioned.
Claro, el caballo nos da los contratos, sí, sí, sí.
All of this has been cool, but here's the extra cool stuff.
Wow.
Our Duviri exploration of the
man.
landscape itself, and let me tell you, this is only a fraction of some of the pieces I saw.
This is so old.
Man, there's so much stuff.
There's
and
a lot.
This is the first stuff Mike Sabolge and myself, we were exploring this stuff. As you'll
Yeah.
see, I think the next
Yeah.
one's Mike.
Dice que es solamente una parte.
Still relevant though.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah, which is
Yeah.
really cool. It's
Yeah.
been I think 3 years plus, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking with Jeff. You kind of explained it to us like you wanted the ship to come in and like it would build this land out
Ah, ¿te imaginas, boludo?
create land.
Qué genial.
There were these big tower ideas that were discussed as well. They'd move across the land, and so like this next one I did, I was trying to build upon that idea, and yeah, you had some really cool ideas for that. That I know we kind of went away from this, I think.
Me emocioné de ir en caballo en Warfare.
But
There's still some
there's
nuggets.
¿Te imaginas?
Yeah,
elements
like
of-
I think the old idea was because it's a colony ship that it has some emergency tech in it if
Yeah.
it got stranded, that it can kind of do its own terraforming,
Yeah.
which is why it's kind of fractal based. It's kind of like this world built on math, and then it gets corrupted by the void as well. So,
Right.
Um,
It's clear as we go through these concepts, like
Oh,
even
yeah.
this especially,
Oh
like
wow, that's right.
Mira ese.
through so
Mira ese.
styles and
Yeah.
artists and just the feelings that it evokes and the questions that you start asking yourself. This is
Wow.
say, pretty far from what we saw in the
Oh.
trailer.
Wow.
The goal with this one in particular.
Oh, geez, I think it was like you kind of see in the back. It's like the big like circular dome was like you're close to the ship, so things that were closer to the ship had more like definition and stuff, but still were weird. And we looked at like Dolly and these other kind of artists as reference and stuff. And
There's a lot
Los bugs son la tradición, exacto.
seeing these pieces and picking and choosing some elements that maybe you want
I
to
mean,
retain.
you take chunks of little bits, and then what
Le acabo de ganar a King.
come back to something.
¿Quién es King?
Later when it's like, okay, this problem was partially solved then,
Right.
and then you can.
Wow, mira eso, boludo.
You're not looking to burn through idea after idea. You're trying to get to one place, but at the beginning, there might be something here, here, and here, and then you're kind of going that way, and then maybe there's a nugget.
Ah, no tengo ni idea. Shadow, no tengo ni idea, no vi el DLC ni nada.
You kind of have to rely on their expertise.
Or in line with what you actually experience in the trailer, and I think I would say
Ah, King Dice. Ah, el de los dados, sí.
closer here to what Duviri is ultimately.
Buah, mira lo que es eso.
this is still old stuff.
Oh, is
which-
it?
Which is hilarious. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but I
still
mean
quite old.
that actually goes
But-
back to the prior point,
Yeah.
though, where it's
Yeah.
like this now has relevance.
Dice que esto es muy viejo.
Like you can tell yourself the hero's journey when you look at that,
Yeah,
right? So-
absolutely. And yeah, again, you see kind of these. Now that we're talking about it, I am seeing these elements being pulled in, and of course, like the idea of the paradox,
Buah.
clearly communicated here too. Also, just the
Ah, copado, Shadow.
absurdity, and we almost have like it looks like
Tripofobia, what the fuck.
like this.
No.
Like, this, and even when we saw on like the Kaith mount, like we see him kind of sitting in the back there.
Bah, boludo.
Yeah.
The horse kind of like was the aha moment for Duviri. Honestly,
interesting.
like before any of this work was being done, I think. Is that
believe it
right?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
The horse kind of came in and it kind of dictated a lot of.
We pulled a lot from that.
Yeah.
because
Yeah, like
it was
it's
just
always difficult too. Like, how do you take something that is that organic and that crazy and that
Woohoo.
size of a world?
Yeah.
Because it's like it works at this size, and then once you start to walk through it, how does it work out?
Yes.
That's so interesting. Just from that one piece, you can build an
Yeah.
entire
Yeah, it's about
world off of.
language.
Yeah.
and that's,
Yep.
That's awesome. Oh, speaking
Yeah.
of graveyards,
Oh, mira.
how else you could?
Well.
Yeah. Well.
Look at this.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
So Bolge did a lot of work on this stuff.
Yeah.
It was.
So talented.
Yes.
on-
Ah,
Then there's actually vegetation. And these
la
stuff
vegetación.
are so interesting to see kind of the nitty gritty elements that go into building up these spaces that are just so vastly different from one another.
Yeah, and color is a very important, even though you haven't seen
Bah.
it, color is a very important role in Duviri. But even when we were exploring the
Ojalá haya barra. Ojalá haya enemigos voladores. Estaría muy bueno.
in color,
Right.
before you, so
Yeah, and then we have something like this as well, where I think that this is really interesting too, because even for me as a player, this for me is the first kind of sign of life beyond what we've already seen.
Sí.
in a way.
Lo que es plantas, todo eso está muy bueno.
So the amphitheater,
wow, really?
we are,
Un anfiteatro.
which is a place you guys will be going
This is
to.
where Carrie starts to shrink. Just disappears into his chair.
Yeah, Tenno Live is the place to be. If you're in game, this will be where we have our kind of live event moment.
Is that how you spell it?
Amphitheater, probably not. Amphitheater. Oh, I forgot an H. Amphitheater.
It's like
Ah, amp. The amp.
I have to have a spell check on that one.
What the fuck?
Again, another kind of sign of life, I guess, on Duviri, or
No, está genial. Sí, no sé, barra. Realmente no sé, pero que se tomen su tiempo y que lo hagan bien.
which again,
No, no hace falta apurarlo ni nada.
actual presentation during Tenno Live at 5 p.m.
Pero, uff.
What was the kind of design process for like building a stage specifically for the event? Is there any like particular significance to this location as well in the Duviri landscape?
Wow.
choose your words
Yes,
carefully.
and I'm not going to be able to tell you very much about it.
We'll keep our lips sealed, so they'll just have to wait until
I think
they're
that
actually.
would be the right one in this
Okay.
case. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Ok.
Another character you will be meeting won't.
Le preguntaron en qué se basaron para crear el mundo abierto de Duviri. No puedo decir, todavía no puedo decir nada, dice.
Like to speak to how long these concepts have been going on for. I think
Bombastín.
before the horse was.
Oh wow.
So that's why. So the team that's working on Bombstein now, we kind of had to circle back and kind of like similar aspects to
Yeah.
this design.
El 31 de diciembre, claro.
We see, and is this the updated?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then there'll be updates to the update.
Ahí está.
Updates
Yeah.
and updates. Yeah.
Nice work by Marco again.
And that concludes our segment on Duviri experience. So we're going to go through that today. Going to ask some questions.
Ahora, hablar sobre conceptos del Warframe
Work we have.
animal lobo.
Good. Yeah, I guess joke.
Ahí está, mira.
Yeah, so
Un concepto del Warframe que se transforma en animal, acordate. Acuérdense.
excited, you know, both because when I was a kid, I was just fascinated by creatures, dragons, dinosaurs, whatever. And so, you know, werewolves, vampires, and
Sí, se vienen cosas copadas.
how wolf is too wolf, and still fitting within Warframe and
Es la clave del diseño es buscar qué es lo que hace un lobo a un lobo. O sea, qué es.
contributed a lot.
Los colmillos, las garras, el pelo.
Like on the right track, and so we just figured out
So cool.
what worked.
Yeah.
So it's been super fun.
Yeah, it's gone through a lot of changes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
And I guess the work
Bah,
theme.
me apuesto que se obtendrá con contratos. Que se obtenga como sea, pero que se pueda obtener. Tenerlo.
Folk, you know, these fantasy stories. So what was the process of kind of, you know,
Algo así como Saku. Algo así, pero en vez de quedarse esqueletos, se transforma en un Warframe o un lobo. Y así.
very sci-fi?
Yeah.
No como la Gair. No le hagan bullying a Gair.
The
A mí los conceptos.
will convey
Entonces este es el Warframe que... No, Black Ops, no.
creature aspect, and then
Yeah, I think one of the things.
Esto del Warframe animal
Right.
viene de hace muchos años ya.
Because we had
Es algo que viene de hace muchos años pensándose.
and well, even in Val.
Todo empezó con el fan art de un flaco, un concept art, y toda la gente se volvió loca pensando, ¿cuándo lo van a poner? Entonces, acá tenés al flaco haciendo sus prototipos, sus conceptos.
there's like a joke that I just put faces and teeth in like.
Oh, hay muy buenos conceptos, muy buenos conceptos.
Again, it's always more.
Pero para un mundo abierto estaría bueno que saliera un Warframe así.
bit. So I wasn't really taking into account
Exacto, Pablo. Eso estaba para decir.
block the targeting reticle. But as for, you know, players that get to decide.
Pero cuando se transforme cambia el estilo de combate o movimiento. Y porque va a andar en 4 patas. Así que va a ser una cosa de embestir, atacar rápido, saltar, cosas así.
Elements of like a wolf
Imagínate.
theme that we.
Like
No. Es transformarse. Lo que buscan es que se transforme directamente en un animal. ¿Me ganaste una mesa, Pablo? ¿Qué pasa, Miguel? ¿Cómo andas? Muy bueno.
The TennoCon 2022 Community Art Show. I'm Helen Hickola, a member of Warframe
Wow.
and one of your co-hosts for today's segment.
And I'm Mike Skyers, a principal character artist on Warframe and a TennoGen supervisor. Your other co-host.
Wow, mira.
She's regal. She's gorgeous. She's guarding a library.
Oh.
So you can see here, they have like little personal decorations they've added in addition to all the major ones.
I gotta join a clan like this. This is crazy.
Esos dojo, ¿verdad? Wow.
You guys have space?
And I like this trend where they've taken a corpus decoration that wasn't intended to be a book, but lots of dojos are using it as a book now. Just shows what clans can do when their imaginations run wild. Next room.
Wow.
No, Evangelion.
There's one for you.
Or at least take a visit, yeah.
So obviously you can probably tell they've taken a lot
Ah, cuando le iba a hacer uno hace mierda.
Elden Ring,
Wow.
Souls, and my fave, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed.
And Evangelion.
Wow.
You nailed it. That's the other one.
That's crazy. I'm so curious to like find out what parts they use to make this.
So many. And overlapping them to create certain shapes.
Wow. Qué increíble, ¿verdad?
All the debris so carefully placed.
And the effect coming off the eye is really awesome as well.
For sure, I wouldn't mess with either of those creatures, although clearly there was a winner.
El tiempo. El tiempo.
Third and final room we're going to look at today. If you go visit Violet Church on the star chart, you're going to see so much more too.
Mirá.
So it's not only a gorgeous mech in this beautiful courtyard landscape.
Wow, ¿verdad?
Rooms for the dojo members. So it's actually like a little
¿Qué pasó, Blackout?
Yeah, you got like personal quarters and that's amazing.
Corre.
Wow, that's a straight up.
Es que estoy mirando el arte, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
What is this game?
Bueno.
How are people making this? Yeah, and you see those corpus props as books coming back.
The stained glass windows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, está Cora.
Placed too.
Wow.
Little surprise coming up.
Okay. Wow.
Ya está la Cora Prime.
That's spooky.
Okay, I never knew you could do all this kind of crazy stuff with dojos. It's amazing.
I know. Welcome to our.
Wow.
It all feels
Ok, son como 400 megas.
a hex or something has been put on each room. I'm really into it. Ooh, I love this one. I'm not
Bueno, eso ya lo estoy actualizando.
however, but I think maybe the room is called
Sí, que lo estoy actualizando. Pero yo no voy a dejar de ver el stream. No voy a dejar de verlo. Después lo farmeo, no hay drama. Después cuando termine todo, entramos y farmeamos.
It's got no neck.
Umbra Lua Lycans.
It's all traps.
That's a fact. No, this is the Iron Giant, and there's a story being told in this piece.
It's holding up a pillar.
Saving the day. But if you look really closely,
Oh, it's a little person
yes.
taking a selfie.
¿Qué carajo?
So saving the day for
That's
that
great.
soul there. And now this is a structure they've made entirely on their own. Like this isn't a preset.
Nah, mira lo que es eso ahora. Qué impresionante.
Yeah, right? It looks like level design. Which I suppose it is.
Parece que fuera un... Grecia.
Thank you.
Ah, ese lo vi.
Star Wars.
Ese lo vi en vivo. Estuve en ese dojo.
Han
And the
Solo?
inside.
Yes. 2 scales, so you can walk around in there.
El alcohol milenario, ojo.
They have the chessboard.
Yes.
Don't come for me. I don't remember what it's
I
called.
don't remember either. Twitch chat will tell us, don't worry. And look, they're working away on it. There's a floof there. Okay, we're entering another in the sci-fi realm of film.
Nah, de Alien.
That suit from Aliens. Now, it doesn't just end here.
Tell me there's a giant queen somewhere in here.
Maybe.
A ver.
Ah. Where we go
Recrearon la nave.
doesn't look like we're going anywhere safe and good, that's for sure.
En el dojo.
I'm gonna fix some of this dojo up.
I don't
Falling
know.
apart.
I don't know if they can.
Wow.
And down we go.
Ya que empezamos el nido alien.
Oh no, yeah. Oh boy.
Esta es la reina.
Is that so sick?
Oh, they even got the eggs too. That's great.
Nah.
Down to those classic Raven Fox little details, we have an unfortunate victim on the left there.
Oh wow.
Yep. And
Épico.
of course, we had to showcase what the clan could do with an original design as well. This is their Guardian of Eternity that 3Claw, one of their lead architects, created.
Un telescopio.
Yeah, they have little fluids operating this. There's a word for this, observatory.
Sí, sería genial esa.
Look, more are arriving.
That's impressive.
Ah, no. Es impresionante. O sea, la libertad que te da de creatividad para crear los dojos, las habitaciones, todo eso, nada.
Curate what they need for this.
Fua. Es literalmente un castillo.
Upon his throne. So this also just started with a skybox. Name that movie.
No, Mordor.
When I first saw it, I thought, oh, mine's a Moria, and then
Yes, and we're going
wasn't far
in.
off.
Absolutely. Mordor. So they've taken like a mix of Cetus decorations, of just natural rock.
Uy, la cantidad de platinos que hay en ese lugar, boludo.
In space.
Green caves in space, guys.
Eso es el dojo.
Those aren't even lava effects. They're a different kind
Me
of
da miedo.
I know that
No, son unos genios.
look like lava.
from the New War.
Mm-hmm.
The scale. There's a movie.
And it's a movie. I think
Y han puesto la cámara y todo. Están filmando la película.
now this is an original work.
Bueno, eso es WoW. Eso es del WoW.
Yes, this is called Frozen Throne.
Exacto.
And if you make the
Del Lich King.
up to the top. I don't know if you would. It doesn't look very inviting. It
A
looks
ver, Artas.
very at the end
¿Está ahí? Ahí está Artas. No, es igual.
That's all amazing.
And you can also go into the kind of cave creation that they've made. There's a lot more to explore than what we've even shown here. But, you know, gotta give everyone a little preview.
Yeah, no, these are definitely
Iu.
now input
No, una ciudad.
to a crazy start.
Yes, a huge city. We've seen cities before, but I think where it's really been taken to the next level recently is that
Hizo la ciudad de Shanghái.
walk through. It's not
En el dojo.
Yes. I love this statue. Can you say Orican cool? I mean,
Qué genial.
it's like an Orican style statue piece.
They even recreated their weird.
Sí, un día de 30 horas.
It looks
O
awesome.
sea, los años que hacen que se ponen a hacer esto. Nah.
So we're seeing like a very diverse range of styles here. We're going to talk more about how dojos make this kind of art, or dojo decorators make this kind of art in a bit. But those hamsters,
They got some cool stuff. They got some cute stuff. They got it all here.
we got it all.
Wow, una estación espacial.
And again,
Cool spaceport. Somebody's dropping a bomb on it somewhere.
yeah, a whole alien fight, and you can go through and like they set up every single piece, every floorboard, every doorway, every computer. They place themselves.
Me hace acordar al satélite que utilizas en Doom Eternal,
I know,
con el que te transportas a la Tierra.
story like you feel like you're looking at a frozen moment in this battle. An original landscape to show some diversity in this dojo. They do a lot of stuff, like so much.
Sí, Barra, así es.
I can picture the clan sitting down for very important meetings here.
Yeah. I'd be just, if I was in a meeting, I'd be distracted by stained glass. Just like,
Scars
wow,
is-
look at that.
Wow, ¿verdad?
Wait, what are we supposed to be doing?
No, no aparece Warframe.
Fountain.
Yeah.
No, no aparece Warframe, ¿verdad?
Pieces like this is how carefully you have to work to like make everything align
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah, creating these circular structures must be a task.
Yeah, it would be very tough. Let's see. Like what? So you can walk all through here. Like,
¿Para el dojo es así?
I'm just amazed. I'm like, how? How do they do this? That's amazing.
it's wild. It feels like, yes, this is a simulation. We've pierced the veil in this dojo.
Ah, Tron.
Warp speed.
That's so cool.
El loco recreó el mundo de Tron en el dojo.
Live on PC. You gotta check it out. Okay, this room, we're looking at it from one
Are we
direction.
going up, down, left, or right? Because
I don't know, but we're about to go the opposite way, and it's a different color.
Wow.
Yes. And that alignment again. And the spirally madness has not ended, Scars. It's
And the
only
eyes
begun.
follow you.
¿Cómo lo hacen?
That here, that room's called.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Okay, pay attention to how this works out.
Is my brain gonna break?
Yes, Skyers, it is.
There it is. It's already gone.
Whoa.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna notice maybe it's a little topsy-turvy as we come out this doorway.
Are we gonna be on the ceiling?
Yes! It's the same room you started in, but upside down.
Wow.
Oh, it's so cool.
No, no. Ese de Tron está muy bueno.
Gotta have a strong finish with that Tron-like space again.
¿Cómo lo hizo?
I had no idea.
¿Cómo? Oh, Leindel. No, hicieron Leindel.
Again, I like want to go and watch.
Es el dragón y...
This is
And there's
Very
a
impressive.
dragon.
Hicieron Leindel, boludo.
Beautiful ruins.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's got levels.
No.
The verticality.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're gonna get a closer look at what it's like to walk through this city in ruins landscape that's been so carefully.
Sí, pero mira las cosas que hacen.
Of the golden roofs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sería genial que hicieran en Orlando. La verdad que sí estaría muy bueno.
And now another of a similar feel.
Ya, ok.
Little tone change.
Blues going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is epic.
Huge, absolutely. This is Academy of Rhea Lucaria.
Ah, no.
Like this.
Academia de Rey Lucaria, ¿cómo era?
Now this is an original one because you gotta finish strong and show what this clan can do. I mean,
¿Y esto?
This is
huge.
yeah.
¿Qué hicieron acá?
Find my
Es un cañón, pero ¿de dónde?
You could get in there with a small jet.
the new little tiny Lisette come through.
Perfect.
Ah, es un hangar, ok.
Finishing off with that huge
Pero-
sci-fi ready railgun.
Ah. Hand drawn and painting. A ver. Un ángel de Saruman. A ver, está bueno. Wow, ¿Limbo? ¿Eh? El viajero. Guerra. No, ese está muy bueno. A Lotus y balas. Titania. Ah, no. Un Scyther Warframe. A ver, arte digital. Esta está muy bueno. Wow. Los Exis. Mira si Oberon. Un Bolt ahí. Con un Bratón. Wow, ese está muy bueno. Sí, Saruman. No, ese es un cómic. Está muy bueno. Ok, Yareli. Rino. Wow, qué genial ese. Uf, está muy bueno. Mira ese balas. ¡Ah! Oberon con Titania. Bueno, que salgan de una vez, loco, esa protea. ¿Para cuándo esa skin? Ah, el loco del Saruman. Fome ese Valkyr. Ah, son Digimon. Digital Arts. No, mira ese Mirage. Mira, Pablo.
Oh my god. Why?
No, mira esa. Se pagó The Revenant.
This is a classic GUI piece. I'm a.
Mira ese Saku.
They're in pieces, of course, because the broken Warframe is there. But I love.
Oh, mira esa. Qué genial. ¿Ves? Eso es lo que te da el dibujo digital.
With Warframe.
Esos detalles. Ah, le falta el brazo Mag. What the fuck. Ah, los dos brazos le faltan.
Yes. It's your girl again.
Wow, mira esa cobra. Muy buena.
Artist.
Wow, está muy bueno.
Once again, we're back in the void with the Zeraman.
This is a
Está muy, muy bueno.
poster aesthetic.
Yep.
Las armas evolutivas. Gaia.
Together we will save
La Archimidian. El logo que te da los contratos.
Feels like a preview for it.
Una Nova. Y el Ángel Saruman. Muy, muy buena esa.
It's gonna be a nice and cozy spot.
There better be a
outside.
tree.
Tactical snow mission. You're in the mountains. Let's go.
Pose.
Pose. We got 5 seconds.
Right up on the cliff here.
Ahí
Pose.
está.
Yes, yes. Work it. Boom. Are we good with that shot? Tactical.
Sí, cállense, loco, que nadie le importa su vida. Wow. Ahí está. Sabatino. O sea, literalmente es un Orokin.
You'll all be able to see. I promise.
Ok, siéntense y vamos a disfrutar del show, flacos. Ahí está. Tráiler de lo que se viene, guacho. Cal. ¡La skin! What?
Call, not afraid.
Ah, the tingle of mounting excitement.
Bill Breaker. Hicieron un arconte con el cuerpo de Berra.
Veilbreaker is an update that
Cool name, too.
Veilbreaker?
No, está vivo.
You like
Es un arconte que mostraron temprano.
Yep. We're gonna give that one to you.
Good job, Rev. Good job. Breaking veils. But Veilbreaker is an update that's dedicated to the state of the origin system that you know after the New War. So if you played the New War, a lot of things.
Recuerda que el Erra que nosotros conocemos en la Nueva Guerra no existe más.
Introducing yourself to.
Está muerto el verdadero Erra.
You know, maybe you want to try out the New War.
Get to it.
And this is really going to take the state of the origin system and the conflict and everything. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it for people that didn't play the New War, but a lot of what of that video showcased, hopefully you can
Do
really
not
infer where we're
shove.
going with
You'll
it.
all
And,
be able to see.
There's going to be
I
a ton to talk about, and we are hoping
Murió por una... Claro, se le cayó eso.
the Duviri paradox. We'll keep you posted
Para.
on development common updates on streams, but we're hoping you can get your hands on it this year. So we'll have dev streams to talk about it.
Puede ser.
Introduce you, Tenno, to Veilbreaker as an update, show you a trailer of what you can definitely expect in it. But one thing absent from that trailer, that's a very important part of the Veilbreaker update,
¿Qué?
is the fact that we are going to be releasing our 50th unique Warframe.
50.
50.
50, baby.
Oh man.
And that's
I think I need a moment.
Yeah.
It kind of hurts.
Sí, ya van 50 Warframes.
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
We were pitching this game when we didn't think we could do it independently, way back in, is that 10 years ago now?
It was 10 years ago.
10 years ago, and I think, how many Warframes do we have? 8 at the time? And they said,
I don't even think we had 8.
I don't think we had 8.
I think we were like
4, 6?
4 that were really solid, and 6 that were...
And a prominent executive.
Ahí dice, al principio diseñaron 5, de 4 a 5 Warframes.
And now we're at 50.
And now we have 50. Exciting.
Y ahora son 50 ahora.
As you know, we do an ambitious live event. Everything.
Oh, how's everything going?
We're just taking a look. Sit tight.
Hamsters or...
Sit tight, everyone. We won't. If you're having connectivity issues, don't worry. Team is on it.
Tingle
Sit tight.
Oh, so things are heating up in the hamster.
Things are heating up.
Okay, the hamsters.
Spinning wheels very fast.
I can hear them. I should have changed their wood chips.
Yes.
You know, and it's just they're not going to run as fast.
Yes.
Without the fresh wood chips.
So on the Warframe topic, we're going to be debuting fully in a. Well, why don't we give you a little tease of how you're going to learn about the 50th Warframe?
Oh, this is cool.
A ver.
The performance will commence presently.
Stianax.
Stianax will be making his reveal in an animated short that we will be uploading closer to the launch.
It's not
of
even a
Veilbreaker.
short. It's like a 6-minute little short film.
Yep.
Partnered with Passion Paris, I believe.
But we will be showing that very, closer to the Veilbreaker information bits and everything. But that is Stianax. He is our 50th unique Warframe, and you can learn all about him and his.
That looks so sick, honestly.
It's honestly really great.
That's right up my
gorgeous.
street.
¿Qué cosa barra? Me da pena que tenga que dar a Gelminto mi primer Prime. No puedes dar los Prime barra.
Like from then till when it released.
No puedes darle los Prime a Gelminto.
Stianax?
Yeah, I'm going to be practicing.
His origin is
going to be a really cool kind of interleaved show.
Oh, look how cool this is.
Yeah, awesome.
Vamos al juego, chicos. ¿Qué onda?
Okay, so people are there, so things are working.
Things are working.
Yeah.
Me quedé en el launcher. No, Pablo. Mal momento para salir.
As we wait for the Duviri paradox, there's something everyone should know about it.
A ver.
Is that it's going to come earlier in the game than you'd expect. The Duviri paradox is indeed a paradox, and to that end, you may find yourself wondering if it'll be earlier in the Warframe journey, and we're going to be.
No importa. Lo vemos de acá.
Or am I?
Se petó todo, chavo.
Until you're dead inside.
Se petó todo.
Never asking, what am I doing this for? Whose dream am I living?
A ver, a ver. Lo vemos de acá, la mierda.
You are hereby consigned and sentenced to death by royal order of His Majesty Dominus Thrax, hero of all.
Sí, no vale. Es que ese es el problema de no tener servidores dedicados, ¿verdad?
Death by impalement. How curious. That doesn't belong.
¿Qué mierda? ¿Nani? Una mano.
One and all, vagabonds and wastrels, nobles and nobodies, tatterdemalions, tramps, and troubadours, welcome to a display without equal among the trillion wonders.
Ahora ya lo vamos a analizar bien. Pero acá en el juego está pasando otra cosa.
Stars in the firmament, our magnificent majesty by whose very whim we exist, our most modest.
Que acá en el juego está pasando una cosa y en el trailer acá pasa la demo. No, misiones de sigilo con el Tenno. Oh. Ah, claro, el viajero no tiene los poderes de vacío. Utiliza la mano. Sí. ¿Esa mano? A glimmer of hope. Ahora Worm Lotum. Dominus Tracks. Ah, vos te dicen caballero de carne. Sí, literal.
What's gotten into you? My world, my rules.
Y ahora empezar de vuelta. Ah, él lo ve como un juego que tratas de escapar. Mira, mira. Sí. Ahí está. Porque muestran dos cosas al mismo tiempo. Diferentes cosas al mismo tiempo y es raro, ¿verdad?
This is the intro quest to the Duviri paradox. So what
Ok, así empezás.
is the onboarding experience.
Como Elden Ring.
Where? He gave me no eyes to see him. There!
Quiero caballo.
Sir, will the dragon devour us today? I live to serve, even as food. What? That's a dragon too? Didn't you hear it?
Someone can tell me how our theater event's going. All right. No worries.
Here, your eyes are treated to what you
Faltaba motivación para volver a Warframe. Acá la tenés, Cristian. Acá la tenés.
behold.
The world does not look vibrant. It looks rather colorless.
Lucina.
So, the king.
Our drifter is living the same day. But something has changed.
By filled dreams.
This place can change. This place can change!
Este lugar cambia. Está cambiando. Para ver que el juego le chupe, ¿verdad? Porque no. Entonces, vamos a ver la demo y el juego después. Sí, pero hay algo más ahí. Hay algo más que no nos quieren contar para no spoilear.
The king graces us. I am Bombastine, sire. You do remember your courtly play, right?
Duviri promete mucho.
Have you come to join the performance, sire?
No.
It would be my deepest honor to see you command the stage. Yonder, you might recover your favorite mask.
My favorite mask?
Yes, manifest as only you are able. With untold power as only you command.
De los nuevos, recontra spoileado.
This awful idiot.
Iván.
Evidently, we have to go find a mask. Perhaps we can get some assistance.
¿Qué onda? No entiendo nada. Exacto. Hay animales, mirá. Mirá.
How do I know this?
¿Cómo sé eso? ¿O cómo conozco eso? Dice.
Oh.
Oh.
At least you're not trying to kill me.
Al menos tú no intentas matarme. Es que es él.
What the hell?
¿Qué demonios?
Back we go.
The king returned.
El rey ha regresado.
In such a mood as this he wears.
Pero qué buen ánimo está vistiendo.
I'm not.
Hombre de cultura.
Feet?
Of course, sire. Which play?
Now,
Majestic Flame.
with a very important decision. As you play through the open world Duviri Paradox experience, you're going to be given opportunities to choose your attributes, your build for that particular day, that play session. In this case, veteran players of Warframe, even new ones will recognize heat damage as a way to get your melee built up. In this case, we have the option to instantly summon and mount a loyal cave, which happens to be that skeletal horse I'm riding, and then King's Rebuke, which is
Es un buff que te da por ese día.
to have a
Que se aplica ese día y dura todo el día.
dodge. I'm going to go with Loyal Steed just to show this off during TennoCon here today. This is going to be something that you'll have, so you don't need to choose from it normally, but we're just going to use it today for the demo.
When I bestride him,
I soar.
I am a
I am a hawk.
He trots the
He
air.
trots the air.
The earth sings
The
when
earth-
he touches
Ah, él le dice que decir y él lo dice.
the basest horn of his hoof
The-
is more
No sé, Pablo, no tengo ni idea.
It's more
than
musical
the pipe of
than
Hermes.
the pipe of Hermes.
Riveting. I was on the edge of my seat.
Moving.
Well done, sire. They love you. Right.
Right.
Duviri is
¿Alguien se le llenó la barra de titanio del drop?
place where your choices will allow you to build
A mí.
builds.
A mí, Chris.
And what's to come. And let's take a look at using that decree right now. Instant horse. But where to next?
Sí. What?
Duviri Paradox Open World is a strange place.
Sí, ya veo.
So there's another one of these statues here. So let's take a look at that. And light it up. Oh god.
Uy.
I thought I had lost you for a moment.
Pensé que te había perdido por un momento.
To leave.
Pero tú no te irás.
Ah, so now I've chosen my
Ok. Las estatuas son puntos de guardado. Con las estatuas vos guardas tu lugar, sería. Así reapareces ahí. No tenés que hacer todo el camino de vuelta.
in the caves, Tenno. All right.
Epa.
The Cave of Duviri. A memory clad in a steel dream. Swifter than bow shots, more loyal than a steadfast soldier's heart. Run through, noble cave.
A ver, cruza.
We are in a very strange place, folks.
What?
Now, of course, this is a Warframe update, but this is also the introductory quest to the Duviri Paradox. So we'll see where this goes.
Les dije, es un limbo. No hay tiempo ni nada acá.
So, you finally took the hand, did you?
Finalmente tocaste la mano.
Today's the first...
Fool! You know how this works. Why would today be the first time? Your ignorance is second only to your apathy. What I struggle to comprehend
is why
the other side is even trying.
Estoy tratando de comprender por qué el otro lado te quiere ayudar. El otro lado.
Trying to help.
¿Quién trata de ayudarme?
You are.
Tú.
For yourself.
Tú, mira por ti mismo.
You should make a choice here, I think. See where it goes.
Dale, anda a ver.
Gotta stay true to the poster boy.
I thought so.
Así, eso pensáis.
New tricks.
Viejos perros, nuevos trucos.
Fine, I'm getting out of here on my own.
Bien, me iré de aquí a mi manera.
That would be a surprise, wouldn't
Eso sería una sorpresa, ¿no?
blades if you want a chance with that mockery of a Dax.
Usa mis viejas espadas si quieres pelear y aprender a luchar como un Dax. Equipa Sol y Luna.
I see. Until next.
Ya veo. Hasta la próxima vez. O hasta la próxima.
And sorrows. I cannot tell you how long he has dwelled with us. I only know that something has compelled him to watch and wait.
Aquí lo tienes. Ahora, caballero cobarde. Entra Tenfius. Barry.
Oh, pro.
Wow. Sí, ¿viste? So. ¿Tú crees que ese pequeño color podrá cambiar este mundo? Eres muy viejo y muy débil. Hace siempre lo mismo. Qué volante, ¿verdad?
Got him.
Es la mano de Lotus. Es la mano de Lotus, ¿te acordás? Que Balas le cortó la mano para que yo la soltara a Lotus. Y se tiró el vacío. Es la mano de Lotus. Lodun termina con esto ahora. ¿No te sacaron, perro, todavía? Oh, bueno, perro, bueno.
I'm afraid there's only one way to take down an airborne beast.
Los ganadores de los PC. Sí, Chris.
To do so. Here we go.
El caballo vuela, flaco. Mira ya. Bueno, pero ya te van a sacar.
He keeps trying to leave. What's out there? That's so fascinating.
¿Por qué te quieres ir? ¿Qué hay allá afuera que es tan emocionante?
Should just go there myself.
A ver, ¿qué?
began as song.
Todo comenzó con una canción.
Solemn. They that heard came hollow, fallen. Their children raised in castles loft.
¿Una nueva IP?
Made hunters, brave, of others not.
Remember this.
Recuerda esto.
We are a family.
Nosotros somos la familia.
Yet beyond the pale of Odin's sky live verdant fields of rain and wild, where omen beasts of Alka's lost. Remember still and tell the ghost.
Okay. Soulframe. Soulframe. Es un Soulframe. Wow. Wow, flacos. Wow. Artorias dicen todos acá. GG, GG, GG. Me perdí todo, dice uno. Exacto, Ar. Sí, sí, sí. Se ve bastante OP. Muy genial. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's do this.